I'm going to argue that we haven't yet answered that question. And I'm going to do it by looking how we gradually build our way to these different structures. But what I want to focus attention on is really this, from 2013, when we had the first proposal. Through these different proposals of ways of improving the management of the project, because already in 2017, in Stadsledningskontorets own assessment of the management, we say, well, there's too much ambiguity, this is not working. They're also interested in saying that we are not actually taking a responsibility in this. So there's understanding that this is not working well. When I look at these proposals, I look at the decision taken to implement XLPM, which I think must be understood in that context as well. Tillitsgräns, the corruption, as much as the management of Elstranden. I look at the decision to deepen additional comprehensive plan. I look at the new role for the management office of färdplanen. I'm going to suggest that these are essentially administrative efforts. They are efforts to assume a more effective administrative control over the system. And more effective administrative control is very good if you have already resolved the political problem. If you haven't resolved the political problem, administrative support is not going to help you. So what seems to me to have happened here is that when the informal power structure, which is there from the point of politics to help make difficult choices, to make that call or that call, when that is pushed away, there is a tilting of the project towards, and I'm going to put on my neck a little bit here and call it the administrative tyranny. If we only get order, administrative order, we're going to get a great project. And you underappreciate the importance of tension and duality in a system, which was in this way existed and had its faults and was part of a different time, but there was a duality between a movement involved, so a mission-oriented movement, and a more legalistic structure. And this is that interplay that Bo Rothstein expands on in his doctorate thesis when he talks about the importance of, on the one hand, that mission-based culture that wants to get things done, wants to make it work, pragmatic culture on the one hand, and on the other hand, the bureaucratic administrative structure which makes sure that it's done right. And I'm suggesting in the last few years a somewhat unfortunate tilt towards almost trying to administer too much and create with tension too little. And that leaves us with a key question. How can we begin to introduce new tension in the system? And is there a way that old parts of the system can be reconfigured to do that? Is there a way that these agile entities, which were really developed as mission-driven organizations, can be used not as ways of circumventing the process, but as also insert ideas, provocative ideas, that force the system to accommodate conflict in a new way and to face political choices early in the process? And could there be a way in which the design methodology you saw this morning, if embedded in this system, could serve that precise purpose? Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is really super interesting.